Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a full face of first impressions. I have drugstore makeup, I have high-end makeup, I have makeup that's been out for quite a long time, I have new makeup, I have all sorts of things. I am sick, so I apologize. I'm sure this nasally sound is like really annoying, but I can't help it. I've been sick for like 2 months and yeah. Anyways, so if you guys would like to see me test out some new makeup, please keep watching. Oh my gosh, I feel like I haven't sat in front of the camera in almost a month. It has been almost a month. It's crazy. I literally have been sick since the week before March 31st. So like what is that, like the third week of March or something? I got really sick and then I went back to Kansas for a wedding and I was in Kansas for about a week and I was fine. And then I got back to California and I've been sick since. So I've been sick for like, oh my gosh, like 6 weeks. It's like not going away. It's crazy. It's like my voice is like totally messed up. For a solid like 3 weeks, I couldn't taste or smell anything. Like it was insane. And like now I just have like this nasally sound to me. I'm sure it's annoying, but really wanted to sit down and film since I haven't filmed in so long. Anyways, I'll go ahead and stop rambling. We're gonna be trying out some new makeup products today. The only thing I'm not going to be testing out is foundation, because just for me filming like these full face of first impressions, I at least want to use a foundation that I already know I really like, because I feel like testing out a new foundation on top of testing other products on top of it, the foundation could ruin the rest of the products. Do you see what I'm saying? So as long as I use a foundation I know that I really like, I feel like I'm giving the products a better chance. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So the first thing I'm going to be trying out is this primer right here. This is from YSL. This is the Touche Eclat Blur Perfector. It's a concentrated instant blur universal balm powder, it says. Love the packaging. It's like super cute. I already threw the box away because I suck. The only thing that I thought was weird, I don't know if I maybe picked up like an old one or whatever, but mine's cracked. Like down the middle. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. I really like the packaging and stuff. So I went on the YSL website and it says that it's just a pore blur, I guess you would say. So it said just to pat in the areas that you want to blur, so that's what I'm going to do. So I already sprayed my face with my Smashbox primer water, so I'm just going to use this like pretty much in my T-zone. I can totally hear my ring light buzzing. I've never heard it buzz before. Like the mirror behind me buzzes, but never this one. So, oh my gosh, I hope when I go back to edit this video, it's not like through the whole video. I'm just gonna take my ring finger. So it says it's a balm powder. I've never used anything like this. I think I have something like this similar from NYX. So I'm just gonna take it on my ring finger and kind of like tap and spread at the same time. We'll do one side of my face first and see if we see a difference. I mean, so far I can tell that it's definitely mattifying my skin on this side. Hopefully this doesn't make me break out. If you can see, it's like all shiny right there and like matte. So far I like that. This product you can also use throughout the day on top of your makeup, I guess. If you start to get oily, you can pat it on your oily areas. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm not opposed to trying it out. And I saw some of the reviews. They said, some people said they keep it in their purse and they use it throughout the day. So I'm just going to put it in all the areas that I know I get oily. I mean, I can definitely tell that it's blurring, but I don't know. I should have compared this to the thing that I have from NYX that's similar, because that one is under $10. I want to say I paid almost 50 bucks for this. So I don't know if that's necessarily worth it if you can get the same thing from NYX, but I have it, so I wanted to try it. My face is like super clear. Hasn't been this clear in months, but then I have one pimple right there. And I am normal to dry skin, in case this is your first video that you're seeing of mine. So I mean, it doesn't feel like it overdried my skin or anything, and my skin feels really smooth. But I wonder if this is a product that would be more ideal for like oily skin. So for foundation, I'm going to be applying this off camera because it isn't new. I have a whole video of me testing out this foundation. I will link in the description box if you'd like to see. I'm going to be applying the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation, and I'm going to be mixing a little bit of 710 with a little bit of 742. I know that's quite a jump, but my body is actually a little bit tan. Can you believe it? So I applied the foundation, and the foundation on me is a little bit more matte. But I feel like it went on really smooth on the areas that I put that YSL Blur Primer. But I'm curious to see how that primer would work with a dewy foundation. I think that's how I would prefer it. Because when I use dewy foundation, I'd rather have like my outer perimeter of my face really dewy and then not so much the center of my face. So I want to try that primer again with like a dewier foundation. But so for concealer, I want to try out this Smashbox Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer. This is what it looks like. I love to use salmon under eye correctors. I almost always use them. So I wanted to try this out. I've never tried a hydrating under eye primer, never. So it does come with like a little squeeze tube. So I guess I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand and then apply it with my ring finger. I don't know how much I need. It does feel kind of like a moussey formula. Hopefully this doesn't mess up. Ooh. Ooh. Hopefully this doesn't mess up the foundation and my under eyes. Doesn't feel like it's going to. But I thought it was going to be more of like a salmon shade, but it's not. It definitely feels hydrating, that's for sure. I mean, I can tell a difference when I look in my mirror. There's like a little bit of like a, it's not really like a flashback, but it's kind of like a, I can like see light bouncing off from my under eye on this eye, and then this under eye is like more matte. Hopefully you guys can see that. And it feels a little bit cooling. I don't know if it's supposed to, but it does on me. For concealer, this is something I've been wanting to test out for a while. This is the Sephora brand concealer. It's the Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer. I have the shade 02 Meringue. I did buy this when I was like buying the porcelain shade of foundation, and now I've gone up like a few shades darker. This might be like way too bright, but whatever. Nobody's against a super bright under eye, right? So this is what the applicator looks like. It's like a cylinder doe foot. I don't know, it's a little weird. Oh, yeah. This is bright. And I remember when I looked at the shades, like 01 was like almost white, so that's why I went with shade 2. But shade, oh, I mean, it looks really bright, but it's not as bright as I thought it was going to be, I guess. I'm sure once I set it with powder and blend it out, it won't be, I'm not a big fan of this applicator. It does like a really messy job putting it on. I'm going to start with my under eyes first. I'm going to be using my, I should have cleaned my brushes before I did this. This is the Morphe E45. I'm just going to pat that in. So I always patted my concealer first with a brush, and then I go over it lightly with a sponge just to make sure everything's blended and I get all like the extra product off. But I feel like I get the most coverage when I use a brush. So this concealer feels really lightweight, and I actually like the shade too. I don't know if I would consider it full coverage though, but it's definitely medium, high medium coverage. Now I'm just going to go over it with my sponge. I'm going to use the side that I used to blend out my foundation, and maybe it'll help tone down some of that color. Oh, uh-oh. It's already starting to peel off away from this foundation. No! Well, maybe not. I can't tell. Yeah, it is. So I'm already starting to get some separation right here on my foundation. I don't think I brought that Smashbox hydrating under eye primer down that far. So I'm just going to assume that this, I don't know, I bet you it's that primer. It has to be. So I'm just gonna do my nose and up here, a little bit on my chin. Yeah, this applicator sucks, but I think I like the product, so that's really all that matters, right? Dang, I really think it's that primer that's making it separate. It was weird though, because the foundation looked okay on top of that primer, but this concealer is not looking so great. Oh, gross. Yeah, I'm getting, I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm getting so much separation. I wish I would have only done half of my face with that primer and then the other half just so we could see. Ew. It totally peeled it all off right there. I don't even know what to do. Like, do I keep going or what? Like, I never know when this happens. Is this where I wipe it all off and we start over, or do we just keep going? Like, I don't know. I guess we're just gonna keep going. I really think it was that primer that messed everything up though. I'm just gonna quickly cream contour my nose because I don't have a new one. I'm just using my ColourPop New Renaissance sculpting stick. I don't even think they make this anymore. And my Artiste brush. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good thing I have bangs because I'll be able to hide all of that. This, not so much. But we're going to go ahead and move on to brows. I'm going to be trying out this It Brow Power pencil. I want to say this came in a Boxy Charm. This is in the shade Universal Taupe. I'm going to assume that I got it in a Boxy Charm because I don't really ever buy brow pencils. So one side you get a spoolie. So I'm just going to go ahead and brush my brows up. I already know I'm not going to like this. So hopefully you could see it, but it's an oval shape. Me and brow pencils don't get along, especially when they're like weird shapes like this. So, oh goodness. I don't know what it is. I feel like I used to be able to use brow pencils all the time, and now I feel like I don't know how to use them. I don't know. I just feel like my brows always look way better when I use pomade. But I guess this one isn't turning out too bad. But I also feel too that brow pencils work better with people that already have full brows and just need like little areas filled in. But I need to like draw on like my entire brow. So I was a little nervous about the shape, but I'm just kind of turning it on the side and it seems to work. Oh, and then I messed up, so I'm gonna have to clean that up. You guys, I went to the Anastasia brow salon, whatever, in Beverly Hills. April came back out and visited. I didn't vlog when she was here because I just wanted to like hang out with her and not worry about the camera being all over the place, but we did a lot of fun things. But anyways, so I was like, oh, let's go to the Anastasia salon. Let's get our brows done. I mean, they're supposed to be like queen bee of brows, right? And if you're like me and you've seen the little mini videos where they take the dip brow and they make individual like hair strokes, that's what I thought I was getting, right? So we go. And I called and I made us appointments ahead of time. Oh, I totally jacked this brow up. They put me with this girl. I don't know. We went into her room. She waxed my brows and she trimmed them and then she filled them in. So I could feel her filling them in. And I was like, oh, you know, whatever. And then she handed me the mirror and I was like, I'll insert a picture and you guys can make up your own mind. But she showed me and I was just like, what the heck? I did not get the little Instagram brow that I thought I was gonna get. She literally probably only used like a brow pencil and like the concealer stick that they used to carve out the brows. So, and she made them like really close. Like my brow went all the way into here, like really close. And then I get up to the front, they're like, okay, your total is $65. I'm like, what? April comes out and like she kind of had like the same, our brows look pretty similar. Hers did look a little bit better than mine, but I was like, we paid $65 for this. I usually get my brows waxed and trimmed at the nail salon I go to and it's $10 and they pretty much did the exact same thing. So like I said, you saw the picture, so you can tell me what you guys think, but I was just like, what the heck, right? I'm glad I went. It was for the experience, I guess, but like that was one of those things that I'm glad I did, but I will never go back type of thing unless Anastasia is there doing my brows. So, but that was interesting. So I feel like I talked a bunch of crap on brow pencils, but I actually don't mind this one. I think I might do a, since I didn't vlog when April was here and we did like a lot of fun things, I think my, oh my god, I just messed up. A future video, I'm gonna do a chit chat, get ready with me, and then just insert like pictures and like talk about our like girls trip when she was out here and all the stuff we did. So I think that would be an interesting video. So this actually isn't too bad. I actually kind of like it. So let me take back what I just said. I'm just gonna go ahead and clean them up a little bit because I messed up in a few areas. So this is my new favorite thing to use when I want to carve out my brows or clean them up. This is the Maybelline Brow Precise Illuminator Concealer Stick thingy. I got mine in the shade medium because light was sold out and I really wanted to try it, and medium works just fine. So I'm just going to clean these up just a smidge. Next, I'm going to be trying out this Chella Eyebrow Defining Gel. It's in the shade Clear. I have a couple other Chella products that I really like. I really like the concealer carve out eyebrow stick thing that they have. I used to use that all the time. And I think I have like an eyebrow pencil from them too, but I haven't tried that out, but I really like that. So I'm just going to use this to set my brows. Doesn't feel like it's gonna leave them crunchy or anything, so that's good. Even though sometimes I do like a crunchy brow. Weird, like little to no product comes out, which I guess isn't a bad thing, but. So this is probably gonna be like a huge no-no because my face is already seeming to dry out and peel, but I figured I wanted to try this. This is the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Skin Smoothing Pressed Powder, which right now is probably not the best time to try it out since my face is like drying out, but I really want to try it. I first felt this when I went to Sephora and it feels like butter, so I really want to give it a try. So I've been setting my foundation lately with a sponge. I don't know if I'm gonna make bacteria grow in here since this is wet and this is dry. I hope not, but I honestly don't know anything about that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to be dipping my sponge in there and then lightly setting my face with it. I'm not going to set my under eyes with this because I already know that this is probably way too mattifying for my under eyes. But when we were in Vegas, I packed up my makeup, we left, we got there, and then the next day I was like, I'm gonna put on some makeup. So I go to put on my makeup and then I realized that I didn't bring my brushes. So I was like, damn it. So I ended up having to use my sponge for everything. I legit used my sponge for foundation, concealer, blush, well, no, I didn't wear any blush, bronzer, highlight, and setting powder. And I've never done that, never. And I actually really liked it. So I think I'm going to continue to do that because I really liked it. And too, like, that's less stuff I have to pack or use or get out or stuff like that. Oh yeah, okay. So it's settled enough. So far, I like everything but the primer because I think the primer messed up my makeup. But for my under eyes, I'm just going to use my Laura Mercier Secret brightening powder. I'm going to set those real quick. For bronzer, I'm going to be trying out this CYO bronzer in the shade Fair. I actually found this at Walgreens in Vegas. This was the lightest shade bronzer and I really like it. It doesn't look too warm or anything and it's really affordable. They have a whole line of stuff there. I have yet to see this brand though at a Walgreens around my house. I've only found it in Vegas. So, but I think this same CYO company makes some really good foundation. I've seen some reviews on YouTube, so I want to get that next. I'm just going to be applying it with this giant bronzer brush I found at Walmart. I'm not going to be doing any like contouring today. No face contour anyways. I'm just going to use bronzer. I really think that Too Faced powder, it made my skin really smooth, and this stuff is gliding on. I told myself I wasn't going to be bronzing up my forehead as much as I normally do because I feel like it just looks weird. But I love bronzer. I can't tell, but I think this bronzer smells like that Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Ooh, yeah. I'm just going to put a little bit more on too. Because since I'm not contouring, I definitely want to warm up my face. Ooh, I really think it's that Too Faced stuff that's making this bronzer go on so nice. Awesome. For blush, I'm going to be trying out... Okay, so I'm pretty upset because I don't know if she's redoing her makeup or what, but Sonia Kashkuk, I bought a bunch of her foundations and blushes, like, I don't know, maybe like 2 months ago, and then everything went on clearance, and now the only thing you could buy from her is brushes. So I bought all this stuff that I want to test out and use, but you can't buy it anymore. Like, I looked on overstock.com and Amazon, and they have some stuff, but it's not in the store anymore, so I'm just like, okay. But I want to try out this blush because it looked really pretty. This is the Sonia Kashkuk blush in the shade Sunset. It's this really, really pretty, like, peach shade. I feel like this would be perfect for the summertime, but, or really anytime because I love peach blushes, but this is like a pinky peach, which, yes. So I'm just going to be applying some of that. Ooh, it's pretty pigmented. I feel like I always go crazy on blush. I can't help myself. I love it. Wait till you guys see what I'm going to be trying out for a highlighter. It's been out for a hot minute and I still haven't tried it yet. Just wait till you guys see. I love this blush. I love it. It kind of reminds me of Milani Luminoso, but without the luminous part of it. Looks like there's a little bit of glitter in there too, but it didn't seem to go onto the cheeks. I just flipped around and looked in my mirror behind me, and I feel like when I look in the viewfinder, it looks like I have enough bronzer on, but when I just flipped around to see, like, I couldn't really see it. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit more. You ready to see what I'm gonna be testing out today? The Anastasia Nicole Guerrero highlighter palette. I've had this baby for a hot minute. I even had it in a haul, and I still haven't tried it out on my face. I know, but I think ColourPop has one that's supposed to be like a dupe for this, and then also Shop Hush, which I have both. So maybe I'll do a video comparing all three of them. I really like this orange shade, but I'm gonna try the orange shade very, very lightly as like a blush topper. I'm gonna go in with Daydream very lightly, and I'm just gonna focus this on the apples of my cheeks and just blend backwards. So I think I just turned that Sonia Kashkuk blush into like Luminoso kind of, because this is adding like the shine that that blush didn't have. Ooh, pretty. I love that. It feels a little bit chunky though, like there's some like loose glitter kind of falling out, but it's still really pretty. I don't even know what shade to do on the cheeks. I think I'm gonna do Glow Getter, which is the shade right here, because I feel like if I did the white shade, it wouldn't really go with the cheeks. So I'm going to apply some of that. I'm probably going to have to do the Forever Lit, the white one, on my nose, because I feel like it's going to be too dark. This one's going to be too dark. Weird. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like these aren't as smooth as the other glow kits I have. Like, I feel like there's like... Sorry, I totally went out of focus. I feel like there's like chunks of glitter in this glow kit. In my other ones, I feel like they're just like a more of like a wet metallic, and this one is kind of chunky to me. I mean, it's still really pretty, but I don't know, that's a little weird. So I'm gonna mix Daydream and Glow Getter, so the orange and the shade that I just used, and just do like here's a, yeah, there is chunks of glitters in mine. Chunks of glitters. Weird. I don't know how I feel about that. Do you guys have chunks of glitter in yours if you own this palette? And I feel like I'm getting a lot of... I feel like I'm sounding like a hater, but... Weird. I feel like there's a bunch of fallout. Maybe it's this brush. Maybe I need to use a fan brush, but... So for my nose, I'm I'm just going to be mixing these two shades right here, which is Forever Lit and Glow Getter. Moving on to eyes, I told myself that if this shadow works well in this video, that I'm going to do a 7 Looks 1 palette using it. Mine looks kind of like beat up, but oh well. This is the Hard Candy eyeshadow palette, and it's all mattes. I mean, you get a mirror, but you can't really see anything out of it. It does come with 2 brushes. I don't really have any high hopes for those brushes, but you get 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 matte shades in here. I think the blush just kind of, I was gonna do like the red on the lower lash line and then do like a cool tone smoky eye, but since I did this, I feel like I needed to use like a pink blush if I was gonna do a cool tone look. But this palette is only $10, and they actually came out with another one that has like some pressed glitter in it that I'm really excited for. So this brush right here is more of like a flat shader. This feels like a crease brush. This one might be like a good, oh, that might be a good lower lash line or crease. And then this one I think is supposed to be like a pencil brush. I don't even know if I even want to try these out. My Morphe M504. I'm gonna take this kind of creamy pink shade right here and just put that all over. I don't know if we're gonna get like a really good eye look since my eyelids are so dry and crusty. I didn't realize that they were so bad. This seems really pigmented. I'm gonna use this shade right here for transition. Same brush. This is more of like a gray shade, it kind of looks like. I guess I'm going to be mixing cool tones and warm tones today, but oh well. I feel like I can't really see this shade. But I guess if it's a transition shade, I don't really care if I can see it like too much. I can see it more on this eye. I mean, so far so good, especially for 10 bucks. Now I'm just going to go in with the shade right next to it, which is like a light brown kind of shade. And I'm just going to buff that into the crease and the lid. Ooh, I like that shade. You know, so far, I like it. The only thing I don't like about this palette, honestly, is like this whole top row. Like, that is not appealing to me. Like, I feel like they could have just did this shade, or maybe not even this shade, but these 2 shades and then did something else, because these 4 shades are really similar. And then this is like a light lilac shade, but it's probably still going to come off as like a cream shade, so I feel like they could have put a different shade in there. But this brown shade, guess we're doing a brown smoky eye today. And I think I'm going to switch brushes, so maybe we could try out one of these. I'm going to try this one with the flat side, and I'm going to take the darker brown right next to that and put that all over the lid. Oh goodness, I don't know. Okay, that's not that bad, I guess. This brush is really stiff. I think this would be a good glitter brush, but not necessarily to pack on shadows. I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of this red shade and put that on the lid. Okay, I can't use that brush. I'm going to use my Sigma E55. It's just a flat shader, and I'm going to put this red shade on here. Okay, I had high hopes for that red shade, and it just looks like it's blending away to nothing. I mean, those brown shades were awesome. I was really looking forward to that red shade. That red shade, honestly, is the reason why I bought the palette. But it doesn't look... It's not very pigmented at all. I mean, it kind of looks like it is on camera, but not really. I'm going to take a little bit of the red and that brown shade that I really like to mix them together and just try to fluff that all over the lid and in the crease. Yeah, I feel like I just did that and all the red came off. I guess I could try my finger. Let's try my pinky finger. Oh, that helped. Okay, so applying the red shade with my finger helped. Now you can actually really see it. My nails are so long, I'm not gonna even be able to get the inner corner. Okay, so when I use my finger, I really like it. And like, how picky can you really be for $10 for an entire matte palette? Like, I feel like I can't judge it too hard, I guess is what I'm saying. This Morphe R39 and go back in with that red shade and just see if I can build that into the crease a little bit. So it's not too bad. Actually, when I applied it with my finger, I liked it way more. So I'm kind of digging it. Wow, that's a lot of fallout. This looks like it's supposed to be like a black shade right there. It looks more of like a charcoal shade. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that on this R39 brush and just kind of pack that on the outer V, or try to anyways. I'm gonna go too crazy. I just want a little bit more darkness right there. Yeah, the black's not super black. Like I said, it's more of like a charcoal black, but it's giving me that depth that I wanted. And then I'm just gonna go back in and blend that out. So I'm gonna try the poofier side of the, I think it's supposed to be a pencil brush, I don't know. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here first. I don't know if this is a good idea. Okay, I guess it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be with this brush. Okay, this side of the brush actually isn't too bad. It does feel a little flimsy, but I like how it's blending out the lower lash line. Then I'm gonna go in with the darker brown on the other side of that and just focus that on the outer V, or the outer lower lash line, I guess. Not really outer V. I wonder if I would get more pigment out of these shadows if I went through and rubbed off the top layer. I think that's what the problem is. My eye look I'm gonna do. It's not the best blending I've ever done, but since my eyes have a crap ton of dry patches on them, it's gonna look splotchy no matter what I do. That sucks. I feel like I would have filmed a different video today had I known up close my eyelids were like super dried out, but I really didn't even notice until now. So let's go back to the Nicole Guerrero palette and take, I'm gonna mix these two shades again, Forever Lit and Glow Getter, and use that for my inner corner highlight and my brow bone. So I have a couple eyeliners. I don't really want to do a wing liner, so I think I'm just gonna do just a regular line across the top. And I'm gonna be trying out this BH Cosmetics liquid liner in the shade Black. And it looks, why is there fuzzies on everything? It is a felt tip. That went on so easy. Look, I'm like already done. Just gonna put it a little bit closer to my lash line. That's crazy, that went on so well. So I'm just kind of stamping and dragging, and that seems to work the best for me. Looks like it's just drying almost matte on the back of my hand too. I kind of want to do a wing, but I have a feeling if I try to do a wing I would just totally jack it up. That's good, I like this. So I also have this Kohl eyeliner. Is it Kohl? I don't know. Pencil eyeliner from the brand Vintage, and it's the Smoky Eye Pencil in the shade Jet Black, and it feels pretty creamy. It's not as black as the BH one, but I'm just gonna tightline with this. Normally I tightline with gel liner, but I wanted to try this. Yeah, it's not as black as that one. I don't know if I want to throw any in the waterline though. Okay, so I'm going to throw some in the waterline, and I'm going to go back with the Hard Candy eyeshadow palette and just kind of like stamp a little bit of that black. You guys, this eyeliner is not very good. But yeah, it's not very black. But I think it's gonna go really well with the black eyeshadow and the hard candy palette, because that black eyeshadow, like I said, was more of like a coal shade, and that's what this one reminds me of. To this palette and take the black shade and just press that up against that black on the lower lash line just to help blend it. For some reason that black shade just doesn't really want to show up down there. But I'd rather have to build it, I guess, than just have it like really, really, really black, especially for this look. I don't really want it to be super dark underneath there. Well, I don't want like a pitch black underneath there because that's not really the look I'm going for. So I guess it works for this one. So for mascara, I'm going to skip lashes today, I think. So I'm going to be trying out this Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. It's in the shade black. I have this little deluxe size right here. So let me curl my lashes. I think I'm just going to do one eye at a time because since I'm not going to wear falsies, I don't think. I want to make sure my lashes are like super full and curled. Let's check out this wand. I don't think I've heard anybody talk about Bobbi Brown mascara. Not that I have heard of anyways. It seems like it's separating and lengthening them, but it's not really giving me any volume, which is fine because I normally mix two mascaras together anyways. I usually always use one that I know that's going to give me volume, and then I go in on top with something that I know that's going to lengthen and separate. So I really like how it's doing that, but I don't think using this on its own is going to give me the lashes that I like. So you can see it lengthened them really nice, but it didn't give me any volume. I love these deluxe samples. Every time I go to Sephora and I see them in like the point perk thingy, I always grab them because I like to try them out first for free before I commit and spend like $30 on a mascara. I think if I paired it with my YSL The Shock mascara, which is like my favorite voluminous mascara at the moment, I bet I would love those together. So I'm going to apply a little bit of my RCMA No Color Powder to my under eye, and then I'm going to apply some mascara down there. I just picked up like two of these Wet n Wild dollar brushes, and I haven't used it yet for my eyelids, but they feel so good. And it was like buy one get one free, I think. So I spent $1 and got two of these like fluffy crease brushes. I can't wait to use them. Oh my gosh, you guys, that mascara made my lower lashes look so long, and I normally always skip lower lash mascara because my lashes are itty bitty and you can't even see them anyways, but that actually made my lashes look like they exist now. So hell yeah, I'm about to put this in my Sephora cart, so when I run out of this one I can buy the full size. So I'm just gonna let that dry. So let's go ahead and start on lips. So for lips, I'm gonna be trying this NYX waterproof lip liner in the shade Nude, and it's one of those retractable ones. I haven't had the best of luck with NYX lip liners. I bought like every single shade of the new suede lip liners and they're awful. So if you've seen any of my hauls, you know what I'm talking about. But this one seems like it's pretty good. I love the shade of this. Normally I use brown lip liners, and I feel like this is more of like a peachy nude shade. Well, it's called nude, but I normally don't use this color, and I really like it. This would be a good color to overline your lips for sure because it's closer to my lip shade than like a brown would be. So I want to try out this Maybelline, what's this called? Is it the Blooms collection, I believe? I bought so many of these and I haven't tried them yet. This is in the shade 700 Barely Bloomed. I believe this is the lightest shade. Ooh, this might be my new favorite nude. Like, to me, this is like a true nude. Normally I use MAC Myth, but to me MAC Myth is a little bit on the orange yellow side. Hope you know what I'm talking about. This seems like it's not like a, I don't know, but I like it. Ooh, yeah, this lip combo already, I'm like living for it. So now I'm gonna apply this Hot Makeup Good Girl Luscious lip gloss. I've only ever seen Hot Makeup at Namie's. I've never purchased anything from there. Then I was shopping online at Forever 21 and they had a bunch of hot makeup products and they were all like 50% off. So I think I paid under $5 for this, which is amazing because I think it's like $20. Oh, this isn't gonna go at all. Yeah. So this is our this is a really pigmented lip gloss. I thought it was going to be more sheer. So really there's no point in me applying that lipstick because this covered it up. But I like the shade of it. It's going to be really pretty for summer. I feel like this Luscious, what's it called? Luscious lip gloss. I feel like it's drying down a little bit. Like I think it's going to end up being more of a liquid lipstick in a way than a lip gloss. I'm just gonna brush off that loose powder. I was gonna add more mascara, but I think I'm just gonna curl them and see. Do not do this unless you know your lashes are 100% dry or they will like rip out. I always do it like lightly so that way they're just more up there. That helped a lot. Okay, so I'm not gonna add any more mascara. So the last thing I'm going to be testing out is this Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray with coconut water, probiotic based ingredient, and skin revivers. It's silicone free, alcohol free, and oil free. This is what it looks like. Man, I wish I would have used this to prime my skin instead of my Smashbox primer water, but I need to hurry up and use this up anyways. So normally I like to set my face before I apply mascara because I'm just paranoid it's gonna run, so hopefully this will be okay. I'm not really sure how I feel about the spray, like the nozzle, but it smells good. It smells exactly like the coconut hangover primer or whatever it is. I used it. Oh man, it left like specks on my face. I'm gonna add a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, just a little bit. Bring some life back. The way this looks on my skin reminds me of the Urban Decay All Nighter. It's more of like a matte setting spray in my opinion. So I'm just gonna pick the stuff up and talk about it. So the Too Faced Hangover thing reminds me of the Urban Decay All Nighter spray. I think I would really like this, but I'm gonna have to mix in some MAC Fix Plus because it is a little bit too like drying for my skin. Next we have the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Skin Smoothing Press Powder. I think I really like this stuff. I think it helped my bronzer and blush go on really smooth. Then we have the Hard Candy Eyeshadow Palette. I'm gonna have to play with this a little bit more. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad for $10. $10 for like 15 mattes. You can't beat that. So I want to play with this a little bit more. And we have the Maybelline Barely Bloomed lipstick. Love this shade. Again, this is in 700 Barely Bloomed. We have the Chella Eyebrow Defining Clear Gel. Now that I touch them, it doesn't even feel like anything came out. So I'm going to have to say this was a miss. Next, we have the Hot Makeup Luscious Lip Gloss in Good Girl. I love this shade of this, but I think calling it a lip gloss is a little misleading. I couldn't think of a word. Man, I've had so many brain farts during this video. It's a little misleading because it's really pigmented. Like I said, it reminds me almost more of like a actual liquid lipstick, not a drying liquid lipstick, but a liquid lipstick that doesn't dry down. That's what this reminds me of. It does not remind me of a gloss at all, but I love the shade of this. Then we have the CYO Bronzer in the shade Fair. Love this stuff. I definitely want to get some more stuff from that brand. Next we have the Smashbox Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer. I think I like this, but I don't know if that's what made under here kind of peel. I don't think it was. I think it's the primer, but I want to try this a few more times, but I think I like this. I love the Sonia Kashkuk blush in the shade Sunset. Love this. Oh my gosh, I really hope she brings back her makeup line. Ugh, she doesn't. Then we have the Sephora Gel Serum Concealer. This is in the shade 02 Meringue. I think I really like this too, but I hate the applicator. That thing is weird. Normally I only have to dip in once and I can do like all my concealer on my face, and this one I feel like it was like really sloppy and kind of hard to place, but I think I really like the product that's inside. Then we have the Vintage Smoky Eye Pencil. This is a miss for me, I think. I don't really usually wear a lot of black eyeliner anyways, but I don't know, I'm on the fence about this. Like, I think if I just want a light black smoky eye like how I did today, this is good, but I don't see myself really reaching for that, so I guess I'm gonna say it's a miss. Then we have the IT Brow Power Brow Pencil in the shade Universal Taupe. Love this, and remember I was talking all that smack before I used it, but I actually really like this. Next we have the BH Liquid Eyeliner. This was a hit for me for sure. It's really black. It went on so easy. I should have attempted a wing, but anyways, really like this. Then we have the NYX Nude Lip Liner. Love this. This might be my new favorite shade of lip liner. Like, no joke. It's about to replace MAC Strip Down, which is like my holy grail. Next we have, I feel like this is legit the only real miss of this video. It's the YSL Blur Perfector Universal Balm Powder. I think this is geared for more oily skin and not dry like mine at the moment. So this is like my #1 miss from the video, which sucks because I'm pretty sure that baby was a pretty penny. I'm on the fence about this next one. This is the Nicole Guerrero Anastasia Glow Kit. I'm not a big fan of like all the chunky glitter that's in it. I love how it looks on my cheeks, but I feel like I had a lot of chunky glitter just kind of all over the place, which I don't think I've heard anybody mention. So I don't know if that's just like overlay maybe or what, but I don't know. I'm on the fence about this. Oh, and then the last thing was the Bobbi Brown mascara. This is the Smoky Eye Mascara. I really like this too, so that's good. Okay guys, that completes this video of me doing a full face of first impressions minus foundation. But I really enjoyed all this stuff. I just wish my skin was a little bit better right now, but I only have myself to blame because 1, I'm sick. 2, I probably haven't been drinking enough water like I should be, and 3, I'm sunburned. So anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up so I know to film more of these videos. And please leave comments in the below what you guys think about these makeup products, if you've tried them before, what your opinions are, if you like, if you don't like them, or just tell me anything in the comments. I don't care. I love talking to you guys, so whatever you want to say, just say it below. Until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.